Okay. So obviously this is all about going emerald. We are going to each touch on specific things, topics, and then we're going to go ahead and answer any questions that you guys have. So when going emerald, so obviously right now you get a bonus when you go emerald. A lot of people are pushing for it by the end of this month. So you want to focus on getting emerald by the end of this month, or if you have the 2 calendar months, break it up and you can kind of focus on what you need to get by then. So I'm going to start, and first and foremost, you have to know what an emerald chart looks like. And an emerald chart is 2 rubies, and then you just have 2 people on your front line. So you've got to focus on helping 2 people go ruby. That is what you want in your head, okay? You don't want to get in your head, I've got to sign 14 people so that I can go emerald. No, don't think like that, because you want to sign 2 people and then help them go ruby. Because you know what, you guys? You want 2 people that are running towards emerald just like you are. Because once they go ruby, you want them pushing to go emerald. You don't want to have to sign 5 people on their team to help them go ruby. You want them running just as much as you are. You want them enrolling just as much as you are. So if you do not have the emerald chart printed out, you need to write that down, and that has to be done tonight. You have got to know what the emerald chart looks like and how to fill it out. And I'm telling you right now, I use this for my team. I actually have, it's executive ruby and then emerald. And I use dry erase markers when I'm talking to them, because guys, things can switch, things can change. You can put like 3 people on your front line and one might take off and you're like, I didn't even think she was going to take off, and start signing people like that. So things might change. You might not know how that emerald chart is really going to look. So focusing on building 2 rubies is absolutely key. If you have not 1 person on your team right now, you have got to get those negative thoughts out of your head. You can go emerald by the end of this month. And you've got to tell yourself that you can, because you guys, all you need right now is 2 runners. Go find those 2 runners. That's like the number 1 thing on your list. And of course, everyone's different because everyone's chart looks different right now. Everyone has different kind of runners and, you know, whatever, but you've got to find those 2 runners, and you have got to help them go ruby. If you are serious about going emerald and getting this bonus, you should be talking to these people every single day. You should be enrolling customers. You should be enrolling distributors, and you should be pouring into your team 100%. So that's kind of my thing. Megan, if you want to hop in and you can touch on your stuff next.
Yep. Okay. So now you guys have signed these rock stars, and I know what I used to do in the beginning was I just did all this crazy stuff when I signed a new distributor of, oh, I'm going to send them this package in the mail, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Don't. Like, if they really want this, they're going to do it. But what I learned over this weekend, for those of you that were at conference, Jade Hooper, number 4 income earner, she talked about how she has 4 different texts that she sends to her new distributors. And so I kind of sat down today. She gave just like a brief overview of what hers were. And so I sat down today and I wrote down my own. I'm going to post them in the chat for you guys so that you can see what they are. Make them your own so that they sound like you, you know, switch up whatever you want. It's just kind of like a guideline. I just kind of whip them together. And for my distributors that I've already signed today, I'm already getting amazing responses back from them. So let's see, I will post them real quick just so I can kind of give a little overview of it. So there's the first one that I sent. So it's just kind of an introduction post and the expectations. So you'll see that I wrote in there basically letting them know that I walk with my walkers and I run with my runners, and my attention goes to where it's deserved. So that they understand that I'm not here to hold their hand, but I do have the tools for them as long as you utilize me. So always setting that expectation for your new distributors, because they don't know what they're getting into. So they need that. The next one, I am asking them to make a list. This is how they're going to get their 4 loyal customers. I challenge them within their first 4 days. So I have them make a list of 10 people. They're chicken noodle soup lists, if you guys have heard of that. I know everybody calls it something different, but chicken noodle soup lists, those that would bring you soup if you're sick. And I tell them who that is for me to give them an idea. So, you know, my mom and my sister and that kind of thing. Who would bring you soup? And to message those people. And I give them the exact message. So all they're doing is copying and pasting and then screenshotting me what people are saying back, because they don't know what to respond back with. They're brand new, and I reassure them and I let them know that you don't know what you're doing yet, so just let me know, and I literally type up a response for them to send right back. Eventually, they're going to end up getting the same questions over and over again. Now they're going to know exactly how to respond back because I already told them what to say. So that was a great one for my girls today. They already have now potentials and people saying, okay, what products do you have? I'd love to help you. So like, duh, let's all do that. Let's see. Okay. My next one is 3. Make sure I got that. Oh, I may have cut something up there. Hold on. Okay. So this one, now I'm giving them their first post to make on social media. And this is just kind of like a teaser post that is just going to kind of create a little bit of a buzz, let people know I've started something new. I'm so excited. Again, it's a straight copy and paste for them. They just need to fill it in and make it a little bit personal for them. But I'm giving them the tool right there. And, attach a personal picture with it, that kind of thing. You guys can all read through that too. And then the last one, hold on, sorry. Of course, my computer's being silly right now when I'm trying to copy and paste here. So the last one is going to be then, now I suggested that they make this post the next day after they've made that teaser post, but it's totally up to you guys. I mean, however they want to do it. And now my computer's being silly. Okay, I'll figure out how to do the next post. I don't know why it's not working, but the last post is literally just announcing that, what they've joined and saying that, hold on, no, I might be able to do it. Sorry, guys. No. Always technical difficulties sometime. I don't know. It's being stupid. Anyways, I'll figure it out and post the last one. But it's literally just a post that they're making to create that interest and just straight up asking people, I'm so excited to get started. Will you help me? So just creating that buzz too. And like I said, that's been really successful for my girls just today alone, are already answering questions back and should be signing people, if not later tonight, then by tomorrow. So that's something that I never used to do. So just keeping it simple. And this is what I'm going to send everybody. Another thing that this is going to do for your business is I don't just send all 4 of them right away. I send the first one, I wait for a response. I send the second one, wait for a response. So you're going to find out who those people are that actually want to work this business and how quickly they're going to do it. I sent this to one of my girls this morning and bam, she's sending me screenshots within 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, hey girl, yeah, let's do this. So that'll really help you kind of weed out who's just going to be that qualified leg and who wants to go Ruby and who's going to go Emerald and earn that $5,000 bonus right next to you. Another thing, and I know Tina's going to touch on this too a little bit, but you guys also, you want to become loyal customer signing machines. So how many of you have ever done or have heard of host-to-post before? Everybody kind of raise your hand. Okay, how many of you do it consistently? Anybody? So I just heard of this last month is kind of when it got, the buzz got spread around. And between my team and I think last month alone, we easily signed over 50 loyal customers just from doing host-to-post. And it's really simple. So brief overview, if you don't know what it is, I know Danielle's got an awesome video on it. I have all the scripts on it too. We all might do it a little bit differently, but basically I go through my friends list, or for you who have never done it before, start with your active loyal customers, then go to your inactive loyal customers, then, those who aren't currently ordering, then print off your Facebook friends list and just start messaging people. So I pick a name and I say, hey Danielle, quick question for you. That's it. And then Danielle's going to be like, yeah girl, what's up? And then I have a response back that I just am copying and pasting from my notes section on my phone that, just says something along the lines of, I don't know if you've tried our products before, yada, yada. Would you be interested in posting a post on your Facebook for me and tagging me in it? I'll hook you up with some free product, if anything comes of it. a lot better than that, but something along those lines. For what I do for my team or my referrals is for every 2 loyal customers that I sign from that post, I send them a wrap. Or depending on their goals, maybe it's 3 days worth of coffee or 3 days worth of greens. So it just depends on what their goals are. I get to know them through that. But that has been huge for my business, because what that's doing is now I'm tapping into other people's network without leaving my computer or my phone. Like for me, I've always been a party girl, so this has been like a total game changer for my business. And I'm telling you, I've only asked probably 30 people have actually hosted a post for me, but I have over 100 leads from those posts. And you're not gonna close everybody on that first interaction. It usually takes about 8 to 10 interactions. So, but that has just been amazing for my business. So we can post, or I know Danielle can repost, and I'll post her video too, just so you guys can, get an overview of that. But if you haven't been doing that, start doing it. Now, I only do it 3 days a week, because that's a lot of people to follow up with. If I'm asking like 30 different people a day to host a post, my head's going to explode. I can't do that. So for me, I only do it 3 days a week, and then those days in between are all my follow-up days with all of those people. So that's what I got for you. And Tina, I know you're going to talk about loyal customers too.
I'm going to talk about in-home parties. That's what I'm going to talk about, but we're not going to call them that. Now, let me tell you about this. I built all the way. I went Ruby in 30 days, and I went Emerald in 2 months. So if there had been a $5,000 bonus, I would have earned it. I did that on social media, and then I went Diamond 3 months, Double 4 months, and then Triple in a year. And I didn't start doing parties until I was pushing for Triple. But you guys, I wish I would have done them so much sooner, because for me, I work full time, and they work better for me and my schedule. And to me, it's so much easier than if you're looking at your Emerald chart and you're looking at that's 14 parties. So if you're pushing for Emerald, you got to get parties on the calendar, and it's so easy. All you got to do is call your friends, people that live near you, your mom, your grandma, anybody that you can think of to do a favor, okay? And I think about it like this. If you needed a babysitter, who would you call to babysit your kids? Think about those people. And then call them and say, hey, Megan, I have a favor. Okay, what do you need? Because she's thinking you're going to ask her to babysit, right? I just started this at Works business, and I just need some practice parties. Call them practice parties. I don't care if you've been in the business for 2 years. I still call them practice parties. And they're going to say, okay, what do I need to do? Just invite 4 to 6 friends over and have a case of water. That's all I need. Yes, and I live in the middle of nowhere land. And just bring over 4 to 6 friends and a case of water. That's all I need. And then like 30 minutes of your time. And then I always say, will this Thursday or next Tuesday work for you? I just give them 2 dates. And if they say no, okay, so then next Thursday. Don't say what date works for you, because we are all guilty of saying, I'll get back to you. So give them 2 dates on the calendar. That's it. And then schedule that party, and then go to that party. And you guys, you don't need a lot at that party, okay? Don't think that you just started and you only have wraps and fat fighters that you can't host a party. If you have anybody local to you, ask your upline, your sponsor, or somebody, hey, is there a couple things that you can send me? If it's maybe just a keto to try, if it's a couple chews, it's a couple berry greens or something, somebody will help you send you products, even if it's just a couple things. But if you don't, all you need is wraps, catalogs, and bottles of water. That's it. I get super nervous in my parties. I am not a public speaker at all. I literally sit on the floor or sit at the kitchen table. Wherever they sit, I sit. I am one of them. I don't carry in tubs of stuff. If you've ever been to a Pampered Chef party, they make like 40 trips in the house. I don't want that. I want people to see that I can come in with 1 bag and leave with 1 bag. You want to make it easy. The other thing is, if you stutter and you trip on your words and you're a fool, it's okay. It's a practice, remember? So it's okay if you stumble upon your words. You want to make other people see how easy this is, okay? So all I do is I just go through the catalog. It's that simple. But before you get started, you want to wrap them. So I just go through the catalog, and I'm going through the catalog, you guys. I kind of just give a blurb about the products. and we sample the products that we have there. I do a Fat Fighter demo, and then at the end, I say, I'm gonna be in the kitchen taking orders. Go ahead and come on in one by one. And then when they come in there, I say to them, are you interested in ordering products or making money? I give them a choice. One or the other. I didn't ask them anything else. Just like when you pick the party, do you want a Tuesday or a Thursday? Do you want to order products or make money? It's that simple, you guys. And then take their order right there from them. Now, one thing that I do is when you're having a party and you give them the option, they're like, I just want to order products tonight. I say, that's great. Now let me tell you about my referral program. It's kind of like a host to post, but it's a referral party program. And say to them, awesome, I have a couple openings at the end of the month, or you can say even Tuesday or Thursday of next week. Would you want to have a practice party at your house? And then for every friend that orders, you guys could give them greens, or you could not give them anything, whatever. People will help you if you ask. And then just keep your parties going. It's so simple, you guys. Do not overthink parties. Don't stress about parties. Just go and have fun and be silly. Any questions about parties? No? Okay, who's next?
That is good stuff. It's amazing how much nuggets you can get in such a short amount of time. Okay, so we've gone through these different ways to like get new leads. And so now you're having these conversations, whether it's like through messaging, getting people to host a post for you, having a party, doing one-on-ones, whatever that looks like for you. So what do we do with these people? We start these conversations, and I've been completely guilty of letting those conversations fall. And all of a sudden it's like, crap, I don't even know like where to pick back up with this person. And like, yes, that is a follow-up. When you're doing follow-ups, you have two different kinds of follow-ups. You have the people that said they were going to order and haven't, so you follow up with them. And then you have the people that the conversation just kind of fell off, and so you need to pick that conversation back up. And so one thing I said something today and just to one of my distributors, and she was like, oh yes, that's like explains it so perfectly. And what I told her was follow-ups are reconnecting with the lead. That's basically what it is. So you can either follow up with them saying, picking back up with like, hey, you ready to get your order in? I've got one spot left for the 90-day challenge. Would you like to get my discount? Whatever you want to use. There's no right or wrong thing to follow up. It's literally just about timing and consistency. So you could do that, or you could, if they haven't responded to anything in a while, then follow up with them on something that's not about It Works at all. Just, like, hey girl, I've been thinking about you. How you doing? Or whatever, anything. You saw a post of theirs and their dog died. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry your dog died. How, do you need anything? Or just whatever. Find some way to connect with them. And that is called a follow-up. So, we're going to be starting. I'm so tired, you guys. I stayed up. I got up at 5 a.m., drove home, went to bed at 11. So I'm just barely functioning. But we are going to offer you guys I call it a discovery call. Okay. Because I don't want to scare our potentials into thinking that they're going to get on this Zoom and it's going to be like this high pressure thing where they're like, they feel like they can't get off without like signing up type of thing. But as we're going through these conversations and following up with people, how easy is it to just be able to say, you know what, this is going to be the easiest thing for us to do. We are having this discovery call tomorrow night, Thursday night at 7 p.m. Why don't you just hop on? Why don't you just hop on? You don't have to show your face. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. But we're going to cover, it's going to be so short and quick, but it's going to answer all of your questions. And at the end of it, you will have discovered if this is a good fit for you or not. And then you can literally just tell me yes or no. Absolutely no pressure at all. You can literally just say yes or no, and then we can just move on and not have to waste any time, because your time is just as valuable as mine, and I don't want to do that to you. So being able to take that conversation right there, and instead of going on and on week after week after week trying to follow up with that person and convince them that this is what to do, we need to get them on a presentation. And that's, you know, that's what people used to do, like in old school network marketing. It was all about like getting them in front of a presentation. And I feel like we've just lost sight of that, because we're all about like, you know, being as impersonal as possible. Like, let me just message and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, avoid the phone, avoid the face, avoid everything I can, and just sit in my little space. And that's because it's easy and it's comfortable. But get them on this Zoom, call it a discovery call, so that, you know, or that's what I like to call it, just letting them know, like, because you're going to discover if this is a good fit for you, if it's something that you really want to do or not. And then always end with, it's going to be like absolutely no pressure. Like at the end, I literally just want you to say yes or no, and I'm going to be totally fine whatever you decide. Okay. So we're going to be offering that for you guys. Did we say once or twice a week? I can't remember. I think we're doing once on the West Coast.
Yep. Team Zoom once a week. And then we're going to do the potential Zoom once a week.
Okay. Once a week. Yeah. So we'll have that for you guys. We will have to, gosh, did we have the time this week already?
We'll post it tonight in our groups.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so we'll get that. We're getting on the ball with this, so we'll get that posted for you guys. And yeah, so just make sure that I've challenged my team to invite 5 people a day to that opportunity call, discovery call. Because you can, you know, because it's not just, you're not like, don't think about it like, oh, that's just I got to find five new potential distributors. Like you've got a ton of follow-ups to do. So go back to those people, and instead of just saying like, hey, you ready to join? Say, you know what? I know you're on the fence. Like I got something that's going to help you decide if this is for you. Come join, come jump on this. And so it should be easy for you to find 5 people. And then you're messaging new people every day. So as you have those conversations, you're going to reach a point where it's going to be so easy to just throw out there like, oh my gosh, you know what? The best way to answer all of these questions is going to be for you to jump on this discovery call. It's going to be like super short and sweet. And at the end, all you have to say is yes or no. Think you're getting it. All right.
I just want to add too, don't rely on this to answer all your questions. Own it and go talk to these people. And at the end of that conversation, I want you to really try to get them signed up as a distributor. And if they say no, or let's talk next week, or let me talk to my husband, he has a lot of questions, then use this as, okay, how about you hop on this? I just want to add 2 more quick things. Guys, if you are really serious, obviously you're on this Zoom, you're clearly serious about going Emerald. 6 lists. Beyond, like, I can't tell you enough, like, how much I swear by 6 lists. When I'm running for a promotion, I do 2 6 lists. So absolutely swear by that. You've got to make sacrifices. Whether you have Netflix shows, whatever it may be, you've got to make sacrifices. Sorry, I'm going to do one more thing. Emma, I'm almost done. All right, bear with me. Sorry, guys. Every person that liked any post from conference, I sent every single one of them the same message, and this is it. I'll share it later because clearly I'm multitasking. Hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my post. We just came out with a huge promotion, free product package for all new peeps and $5,000 bonus in your first couple months. We need to chat. Do you have a time tomorrow? So a lot of people, guys, they're busy when you talk to them. I'm sorry. So I always say what time tomorrow works. And then 9 out of 10 people are giving me a time. Granted, some people have been like, oh, it doesn't work, or oh, I'll talk to you tomorrow, but that's working for me. So anyone have any other last minute thoughts?
Okay, so just to piggyback off of Heather's and finding those potentials too, how many of you have been in for 6 months? Everybody? Okay. All right. So, okay, just about everybody. Okay, so one thing to do is if you don't already know this tool, but my team, this was something new to them. on a desktop, if you go to Facebook and you go to Facebook Messenger, you can type in keywords. So I don't know if you guys already know this, but you know, different words. If you're looking for potential distributors, you can type in words like income, money, business, 99. If you've been with us for 6+ months or 8 months, you can type in $9.99. All those people that you hit up when it was $10 for a kit. I know I forgot about a ton of those people. I never wrote their names down, and they just flew out right out of my head. So that was awesome to go back through, and then go back through and do the same thing when it comes to customers. Type in greens, type in coffee, type in weight loss, energy, sleep, all those just different words that might pop up different conversations, and then just people to go back through and follow up with too that you may have forgotten about. That's it.
That's awesome. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do a little screen recording on how to do the text replacement, and then we'll share it in our teams, okay, in our groups, in our team. Yeah. All right, so I think that's it. I think we're ready to wrap up. Does anyone have any questions? We're going to give you a few minutes for Q&A. Any questions on like what Emerald looks like? Definitely focus on getting those distributors, like they said, those 2 distributors, really first, I would say, and then you can run with them. Don't be shy. Any questions?
All right. I'm going to share my blurb with the leaders, and then we can attach it onto the recording when we share the recording. I will get the recording up as soon as I can. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll get a YouTube link as soon as we're done recording. So once I feed her too. So, okay, unless anyone has any questions, I will go ahead and stop the recording, and then I will get it to all. And make sure you
I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, Danielle, before you turn off the recording. Remember that in order for your new distributors to sign up and work, like, you have to be working too. So don't expect to, just remember that if you want to go Emerald and you want those people to sign up and work with you, you have to work with them. And so I just think that's really, really important. And just to remember just remember that as you're signing them, is that this is not they're going to sign up and work for you. This is, I'm going to work with you. And somebody said, do you need to have your 400 volume along with the other team members? Your personal volume, no, does not have to be 400. But your qualified legs need to be at 400. And if you have any questions further about that, then reach out to your enroller, and we can work up the ladder to make sure that that question is answered for you in detail. All right, awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you being on.